This is AI Command App News for Friday, April 24th, 2026. I'm bringing you the AI and tech stories that matter for business leaders, investors, and anyone trying to make sense of what's actually moving markets this week. We have a stacked news day, 4 stories to get through. Let's start with the one that's already moving markets. Story 1. DeepSeek is back. Exactly 1 year after the Chinese AI lab first jolted US rivals and briefly wiped hundreds of billions in market cap off the big tech complex, DeepSeek released a preview of their next generation model, V4, this morning. The company claims V4, which is open source and freely downloadable, competes head to head with the leading closed source systems from Anthropic, Google, and OpenAI. The business implication here is significant. If an open source model running on commodity hardware matches the output of a frontier API that enterprises are paying premium rates for, the economics of the entire AI stack change. Companies that built their 2026 AI budgets around cloud inference contracts are going to be running the numbers again this weekend. And frontier labs that have been pricing capability scarcity, that moat just got a lot shallower. Story 2. A major acquisition in European AI, Cohere, the Toronto-based enterprise AI company, announced it's acquiring Aleph Alpha, Germany's flagship sovereign AI lab, as part of an expansion into Europe. The deal is backed by Schwarz Group, the German retail conglomerate that owns Lidl and Kaufland, which is putting $600 million into Cohere's upcoming Series E round. Here's why this matters for business and investors. Aleph Alpha was positioned as Europe's answer to American AI dominance. Now it's being absorbed by a Canadian competitor. That tells you two things. One, pure sovereignty plays without enterprise-grade capability don't survive on their own. And two, the enterprise buyer has spoken. They want both. Frontier capability and data sovereignty. The companies that can't deliver both are now acquisition targets, not winners. Watch this space. Every major European AI lab is now in play. Story 3. A reality check from MIT Technology Review. Healthcare AI is here, and a major new analysis out this morning says we don't actually know whether it's helping patients. Doctors are using AI for note taking. AI tools are reading patient records, flagging high risk cases, interpreting imaging. This is now mainstream in hospitals. But the evidence that any of it improves patient outcomes, reduces costs, or reduces error rates, much thinner than the deployment numbers would suggest. For investors, this is a yellow flag on the healthcare AI sector. Multiple publicly traded health tech companies have pitched AI as the core of their growth story. If regulators or large hospital systems start demanding outcome data, and this MIT piece is a signal they might, the valuations built on adoption alone are going to need to be re-underwritten on efficacy. The gap between deployment and evidence is the next story in healthcare AI, not the algorithms. Story 4. AI deepfake enforcement goes criminal. South Korean police arrested a man this week for creating an AI-generated image of a runaway wolf that misled authorities and triggered a real emergency response. It sounds niche, it isn't. This is one of the first high-profile criminal cases globally where AI-generated content itself, not fraud committed with AI, but the synthetic content, led to an arrest. That sets a precedent that every compliance and legal team should be paying attention to. If your company is using generative AI for marketing, customer service, or content, the liability surface just got bigger. And if you're a platform that distributes AI-generated content, expect more regulatory pressure in the coming quarters. Finally, a quick market read. AI exposed names were mixed in pre-market trading after the DeepSeek news. The broader takeaway from today's flow: investors are still trying to figure out whether open source competition is a tailwind for the picks and shovels plays or a headwind for the frontier labs. Our read: both. The AI market is bifurcating. The companies that sell infrastructure and tooling benefit from a world with more models. The companies that sell proprietary model access as a service get squeezed. If you're positioning a portfolio, watch infrastructure beneficiaries and watch application layer companies that can run on any underlying model. Those are the durable bets. That's your AI news for today from AI Command App. We'll be back tomorrow with whatever moves the market overnight. If you found this useful, the best thing you can do is share it with someone who needs to make decisions about AI in their business. Until tomorrow, this has been AI Command App News.
EU